Carrie Tucker. I'm the Chief People Officer with Little Caesars, Jake's Wayback Burgers, and Bella Latte coffee shops. Our office teams, so the owners and myself, came back in September, so about 10-12 weeks ago, and for the first time. And so when we came back from that, we just really started a lot of initiative to implement some of the things that we had learned. We started with really looking at our mission statement. So really creating some guiding documents. What's our mission? What is our vision? A lot of our franchisors give us some information on, oh, this is our mission or vision, but we wanted to know and own it for ourselves. So we took, a couple weeks to really sit down and what is it that we believe we're all about. We did that. We revamped our entire hiring process. So we implemented Snag a Job for all of our stores. We did the hiring process. We created a very standardized interview process. We created an orientation program. That's the first time we had done a formal orientation for all of our employees. We started really looking at our stores and implementing the standards of the products for every store. And so really, this is particularly for Little Caesars. So really trying to get, if we do every step of this process, it needs to be the standard across every store. And so right now what we're working on is really trying to get all of our employees up to that standard through the training. So on the hiring side of things, we have seen our hiring rate is about 40%. So if someone comes in for an interview, they have about a 40% chance of getting that job. And so at some level, I'm a little bit proud of that because it makes it, I want people to understand this is not an easy job to get. We're looking for the best people. And so if you're serious about this job, then we want you to come to the interview prepared for a serious interview. And so what we have seen from that then is, I wish I had the numbers, but I've hired probably 35 people across our 15 Little Caesars stores, and we've lost one or two. We lost another one who came back pretty quickly, so anyway, we've seen that kind of process. We also, with our sales, one of our stores in particular, we've really had an opportunity to go in kind of full force and start implementing some of the things, some of the standards, some of the ideas that we've had to make the process quicker to get the product to the customer more quickly. And so in that store alone, in the past 8 weeks or so, we've seen an increase of sales of about 18 to 22%. So a consistent sales increase in just a little bit of time. We've also seen a lot of our employees, we've seen some employees who don't want to get on board. Another thing that we did was come up with a conditions of employment. And so we really said, all right, this is what we expect from all of our employees. And so some people were for it, some people kind of pushed back against it a little bit, and those employees have either had the opportunity to join us in our vision or choose to work elsewhere. And so it's really shifted the culture of a lot of our stores. And then, so that one store in particular, we've seen a lot of employees really blossoming. The ones who've kind of been waiting for this kind of experience or opportunity have really started to step up and want to achieve more. It's hard when you're working day to day to figure out what are the steps I need to take to get there. And so this gave us the opportunity, one, to pause from our day-to-day working experience, to have a learning lab experience, a learning lab opportunity to really think about what is it that we're not doing? What is it that we are lacking? What is the thinking space and time that we need to really be strategic in the decisions that we're making, not making a decision because we can, but make a decision that is in line with what we say we care about and what our mission is. And so that's really the value that we've seen, and coming back a couple times gives us even more opportunity to really go deeper in some of those areas that we're choosing to focus on. There's a lot that you can pick from this, and so one of the nuggets of wisdom that we've gleaned from this is really the idea of take one or two things and try to get that working really well, and don't try to do everything. It's tempting to want to go back and do everything at one time, but to really train yourself to think differently, to pause and to do it in a way that's going to be a sustainable change. The word or words that I would use to describe my experience here would really be a paradigm shift. So really shifting the way we think about how we do our work, especially if our goal is to reach our vision. So if our goal is our day-to-day survival, that's one thing. But if our goal is we really have a vision for our company to be something greater, this has shifted how we think about it completely. So.